Okay, I have got my other homemade loaf of bread that I'm going to use for French toast for the freezer. Plus, I'm going to make a little bit for our breakfast. But I'm doing like a custard French toast. And I know a lot of people, you know, when you're in a hurry, you just whip up some eggs and milk and, you know, cinnamon, whatever, vanilla. But I'm going to do a custard style. So you're going to like this. All right. So first thing first is eggs. I got my eggs in my pocket because I don't want them to roll off the counter. And I won't break them in here. It works. I toss my shells into the sink because I ultimately feed those back to my chickens. All right, we're going to do 1 cup of milk. Let me turn this around. That's pretty good. And we're going to do 1 cup of heavy cream. And I do need to put these in the fridge. I don't like these sitting out. Okay. You know what I'm going to do first? I'm going to whip up these eggs a little bit. Okay, now we're going to put our 1 cup of milk and our 1 cup of heavy cream in. We got our eggs in there. We're going to do our 2 tablespoons of sugar. Okay. We're going to do our teaspoon of vanilla. And then we're going to do a pinch of cinnamon, a little bit more. Beautiful. And a pinch of nutmeg. 2 pinches. All right. This is wonderful. Mix that really good. Okay, we got all that mixed up. So now I'm going to fry sausage too while we're making this French toast. And I want that cooked up for the freezer, but I am going to make a couple of patties for Mr. Wayne and I. And the rest I'm just going to cook up and kind of crumble up for the freezer for, like, if we want to do sausage gravy and biscuits, which our family loves a lot. Don't they, Mr. Wayne? We're having trouble with the extra large freeze dryer. We think we got a coolant leak in it. Anyway, we're going to make these fairly thick, close to 1 inch thick. Okay. These are beautiful. We got those cut. And then, of course, we'll cut them in half. Okay. Now, let me see. Whoops. That will fit in my pan just like that, nice and long. Okay, so set that aside. I want to save that because I use that for my own bread bags. All right, we're just going to flip this around in here and kind of let that sit there. We're going to get these good, and I want them soaked. They're beautiful. Okay. Okay, here's our last one. I want that good and soaked up in there. Or our last two, I should say. Okay. Now we're just going to leave that because that will soak up the rest of that. I'll wash my hands. Okay, you can see me. We got these ready. I got my 2 pans here. I am going to, first thing first, I'm going to patty up a couple of these patties and cook these for our breakfast. And then the rest I will crumble, maybe. Okay. We gotta turn that burner on. Okay. This is still a little frozen in the middle. We got it though. I usually do this patties. I usually just flatten it out on a tray and bake it in the oven. And then I cut it in squares and there's my patties. You know, works nice. Okay. Actually, that's enough. We don't need any more. We got all we need right there. I'm going to wrap this back up and just set this on the counter right here until we're ready to cook the rest of it. Okay. We're going to turn this burner on. And I always do a little bit of olive oil. I don't fry my French toast in butter. I guess you could. I don't. I just use olive oil. It's not coming out of there very well. Come on. Okay, there we go. Now I'm using a big pan for those two, but that's because I am going to cook. You know what? I can cook it all in that pan. It won't hurt a bit. Look at there. We'll just cook that whole entire right in that pan. I can keep the crumbles on one side and the patties on the other. And that's good. Okay, so this is ready. We're going to put a couple of these slices beautifully right in there. And gorgeous. Get all that broke up in there. There. So there, we got the crumbles in the back and the patties in the front.
All right,
okay, friends, these are, look at how beautiful and brown these are. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I want that this way. Look at that. Beautiful. And this is doing wonderful. That stuff is beautiful. This is going to have to cook, about 3 to 4 minutes on each side. This is beautiful. I've got a tray for that when that's done. Beautiful. Okay, now we got that turned way down. I don't think any more is going to fit there. No, I didn't want to cook that screaming hot because I don't want it to burn. So I'm just cooking it low. I got it on number 5 on my griddle, so it's cooking lower. Let's see if those are ready to flip. Those are gorgeous. Look, beautiful. And then here's my ones that are done. Gorgeous. And this breakfast sausage, it does not need to be seasoned because my local butcher made it. It's got all the spices and everything in it that you need already. This piece is done. The other one's got a little bit more to go yet. Now I've got right in the middle. It's almost done, but not quite. Well, okay, friends, there is Mr. Wayna's breakfast with that beautiful sausage patty and that beautiful custard French toast. Okay, friends, this is really easy to do. When I cut them all in half, and then I just bag them in my bag. Now these, you're gonna ask me where I get these. This is the packaging and all that I use for my market stand. So I'm not gonna sell these in the market stand. I'm just gonna put them in here and package them in my own freezer for my own family. Okay, I already got one done. This is my second bag. And these little things, I know you can get these. Let me turn this off. You can get these burger papers right through Amazon. You can also use bakery paper. It works just fine too. So if you got a bakery near you and you only want a few of them, you can ask your baker and they can probably sell you a few. But that's it. Now I'm going to put one on the very top just to protect that too. I'm not going to package this in anything more than this because this is going to go fairly fast. Okay? That's how easy it is. Now you could package all of them big slices, but I don't see any need for that because most of the time it's my grandbabies that eat that. We're going to write French toast on here. Custard French toast. Fancy French toast. Now the next time my grandbabies are here, these will be gone. They devour it. Okay. Now, let's see here. My cabinet is a nightmare. That's my last bag. What if I got these little bags? I got little bags here. These will be perfect. Probably 3 of them is all I need. Maybe 4. I'm not sure. You know, I don't need the paper. But we're going to use this. Because I am going to package this. I'm going to package the sausage up. Beautiful. That's a nice amount for some sausage gravy and biscuits. Or potato soup. I like putting it in potato soup as well. Sausage goes good with potato soup. But since how it's just Papa and I, Mr. Wayna and I, we don't use that much. But you know, when you make a pan of soup, any kind of soup, you might start out with a little bitty pan for 2 people and wind up enough to feed an army. Yeah, that happens to me too, friends. I think that happens to every cook. And yes, I hear you out there. If you follow a recipe, that won't happen. Well, some of us old ladies don't follow recipes. We just cook. All right. We're going to put that in the sink so that can get washed. Oh, I'm mad, friends. My dishwasher leaked all over my counter. You know, the one that I got from Costway. I love that thing. So Mr. Wayna's got to fix it. Okay, we're going to write sausage on this. Breakfast sausage I have to write on here because that's what it is. Cooked. As if you wouldn't be able to tell by looking, but that's all right. All right, so there we go, and I like making them flat because they thaw out quick and they don't take up as much room in your freezer. So this is perfect. And I'm just going to leave them in this Ziploc bag because it will protect them, because the little bags that they're in are not Ziploc bags or freezer bags. They're just little storage bags. Okay? Well, come on. Okay. There we go. And that's how easy that is. So, I'm going to go put both of these in the freezer, and we'll see what else we can muster up in here. Okay, friends. I got this ground pork from the Flash Foods at Meijer. So, I put it in the freezer because it's easier to freeze it, or it's easier to vacuum seal it when it's frozen. So this is what I got here. And this is going to go right into this quart-sized bag. Perfect. See how perfect that is? And then it will save on room in my freezer. I don't have to cook it. I can save this for whatever I'm going to use it for. I'm not going to make it into breakfast sausage because I can't beat my local butcher's breakfast sausage. But if I want to make some more meatballs, I can mix it with beef. It'd be perfect. So that's why I'm doing it this way. It smells good. I was worried that maybe this pork was too old, but they put it up there about 2 to 3 days before it needs to be either cooked or froze, so it's fine. But nothing worse than when you buy a bag of chicken leg quarters, you get them home, you open them up, and they stink to high heaven. It's like, oh, I hate that. And you know, they don't know. Chicken is so touchy. But you gotta spend all that time going back to the store, you know, getting a new pack or your money back or whatever. All right, these are all ready. These are gonna go in the freezer just like so. I'm gonna run them downstairs and seal them up and get them in the freezer. These are the patties that I did yesterday, the chicken patties. I left them in there all night so they would freeze really good. And then I just package them just like I do everything else. Anything that is gonna be in my freezer for a while, like my pork, I'll vacuum seal. But stuff like this will be gone quickly. So we're not going to vacuum seal this. We're just going to stick this. Oh, good grief. Okay, get in there. All right, we're just going to stick that in there. Beautiful. I need one of these to break these up so they come off there easy. See that? And just give them a little nudge and they don't stick to the pan. There. Okay. Now, there you can see it better. I got 14 of them, so I'm going to see if I can't get 7 in a pack here. You can do this with burgers too. Regular hamburgers, freeze them like that. Now, if you ask me where I get these bags, your best bet is to get these bags like this through Amazon. I get mine from a distributor, a wholesale distributor. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I should be able to get 7 in each bag. Mr. Wayne is fixing the dishwasher. Hopefully. Why is that? I don't want that like that. Yeah. There we go. I staggered them, so, well. There. Just need one more here. I'm gonna do a smaller one. These are hefty duty. All right. I'm gonna take as much air out of that as we can. All right, there's one with 7 of them in it. I'm going to give one of these to my daughter. 7 of them for her family. One of these would feed 2 children. They're pretty good size, so. Okay, perfect. And this is going to be the last of our freezer meals for a while because we got quite a few. The starting of freezer meals. Some of them are complete meals, some of them are ingredients that are for meals, but it's all wonderful. These are chicken cutlets. Oh, 124. All right, those are ready for the freezer too. I know this isn't planned, friends, But I said I'll muster up something to do. Anyway, I took these out of the freezer. These are my pie dough. And I've got 4 of them. And I took them out of the freezer the other day and left them in the fridge and thought, I'll find something to do with them to get them used up. Well, as I was digging through the freezer today, of course, I found blueberries and raspberries. So you know what? Let's make some pies. We can put them back in the freezer, or you know what? I can take my neighbor a pie. Anyway, I'm going to put these, I want 2 cups of each. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I got 2 pies going. Yeah. I'm going to do 4 cups of each. Because I'm doing 2 pies. Okay, there's the blueberries. Well, fine. I'll make some muffins with the rest of that. It'll work out nicely. Oh, let's see here. There's 1, 2, 3. And it's going to use every bit of that. All right. That's how we measure. Okay, now this is going to just sit here and just chill out a little bit. Thaw out just a little bit. I'm going to wipe that off. And then we'll roll out our pie crusts. I don't think I need any flour on here. I'll tell you in a second. As soon as I feel this dough. This is my beautiful dough that I make with, yep, I need a little bit of flour. That is my beautiful dough that I make out of lard. I use lard instead of anything else. Okay, so this is beautiful. Okay. My big old marble rolling pin. Okay, we're going to move that aside. Perfect. And this dough is so nice. I should really show you because it's so easy to work with. Okay. All right, that one's ready. We're going to cut some of that edge off. We don't need that much on there. I like to tuck some of it underneath, but we don't need that much. But we don't waste that either because that will make a nice little crispy treat. So we're going to keep that right there. And this is all ready to go. We're going to poke a few holes in the bottom of this. I don't need to blind bake this because this is going to be cooked or baked with the filling right in it. I need more room here. I guess I should just put these aside. Okay. I love making pies. Mix that around. Okay. Now this doesn't take whole lot of pressure because this is quite heavy. I need a little flour. Okay. Perfect. That'll work nicely. Okay. Beautiful. And then I got 2 for the top crust. So that works wonderful. Poke that with a fork. All right, those are ready to go. And then I got the top crust right there. And then I'm going to wrap this up because we can... These are good. These scraps from your pie crust, those are so nice. You put a little bit of cinnamon sugar on them and bake them in the oven, and oh, they make a nice little crispy treat. Okay, now with this, we're gonna put 2 cups of sugar in here. I gotta put what I dropped on the counter. There we go. And we're going to let this macerate a little bit. That sugar will macerate those berries while they thaw out. And then I'll finish mixing it. All that we got left to do is put cornstarch in here. It'll be wonderful. But we do need a little bit of salt. Just a couple of pinches of salt. A little more than that. There we go. And that helps the flavor. Okay, that's gonna sit there just like that for a little bit. And when these have thawed out a little more, then we can get this put together and we can bake one of these pies. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add, I did the sugar, I did a little bit of salt. I'm just gonna add my cornstarch to thicken this up a little. And I'm only gonna do about a half a cup. Quarter cup for each pie. Mr. Wayne is fixing our dishwasher. This is beautiful. And I'm not putting anything else in it. These are just wonderful. They're the flavor of these berries, the raspberries, were wonderful anyway. So just a little bit of sugar, a little dash of salt, and some thickener. And it's going to be wonderful. Okay, so we're just going to divide this between the two. And we should have enough to do both of them. Now, when you make these berry pies, you can do blackberries, raspberries, blueberries. You can do triple berry. I'm just doing what I found in my freezer. And it works pretty good. All right. I'll come over here so you can see. Okay. That looks pretty good, friends. Beautiful. Okay. Let me put a little bit on the top there. Beautiful. You don't even have to push on this because the weight of this all right, so that's beautiful. Now we're just going to fold that all up under. Take that down a little bit. Okay, now I'm just going to crimp the edges. Okay, set that one there because I'm not quite done with that. Okay. Okay, that one is ready for this one. I'm going to cut this down a little more because I don't want it that thick. Okay. Okay. Now we're just gonna fold that under. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do an egg wash on one, but I'm going to put that one in the freezer. So we're going to bake this one off. So I'm going to make some vents in here. Okay. We gotta set our oven. Okay, all I got in here is an egg yolk and a little bit of water. Because we're just gonna do an egg wash on this. Okay. I don't want so much in the edges there, so I'm taking a little bit of that off. And this is beautiful. Okay, that one's going in the oven. And this one here, I need to make some vent holes, but this one is going to go into the freezer. Beautiful. I'm going to go set this one in the freezer. This one is going to go in the oven as soon as it reaches temp. I've already got a tray in there waiting for it. And I'll see you when this is done. Well, there we go, friends. We had a ball in the kitchen. We got a lot of things done. And these cutlets are wonderful. I will put the recipe for all this in the description box, except, of course, the cooked sausage. And that, friends, is always nice to have in your freezer or canned on your shelf. But anyway, we did the chicken cutlets. We did the custard French toast. We got quite a bit of that. We cooked up all this. I think it was 2 pounds of sausage I had. We cooked that up. We've got the pie wrapped. It's in the freezer. It's ready. And look at this beauty, friends. This one is done. We're going to enjoy this. We're going to have this for dessert, and it's going to be divine. So there you have it, friends. Thanks for hanging out with me in the kitchen. We had a wonderful time. I'll see you in the next video. And as always, thanks for watching.